What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited to bring you guys another video in my Must Have Must Gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. I did film this eye look. It should be up as a short, so stay tuned for that. And I also did film another application on my base. But what I will do is have all of the items that I used to create this makeup look listed down below. If I don't have room in the description box, it will be in a pinned comment. So just kind of check both places to see where the tutorial or the details are, because I will try to, even when I do shorts or anything like that, I will still list the items I use in these videos in the event that you don't have the time to watch the shorts. But I will still then come back later on, list the links to the shorts that are for all of my respective tutorials if that is applicable. So hopefully that helps. I feel like sometimes people don't get to see the shorts, and I want to make it easier for you guys. That is why I have a channel, honestly, to make things easier and to talk makeup with somebody who is in love with makeup just as much as I am. So I actually really want to show you guys my outfit today. I don't know how it's going to work with my setup. My setup isn't really applicable to this type of stuff, but I'm going to try. So I don't know if you guys can see, but today I'm wearing this non-gendered t-shirt that I picked up during Prime Day. I really like it. I love how the bottom of it isn't completely straight. I love the texture in this top. It's really cute. And then I'm just wearing the cargo jeans that I picked up from Fashion Nova. I've been wearing these cargo jeans to death since I picked them up. They're definitely worth the like under $20 that I spent. Absolutely highly recommend it. And if I can find the links, I will have them down below for you guys, just in case you're interested, even if they're not affiliated, which I did not mention. Some of my links are affiliated. If they are, I indicate that with an asterisk behind it. If they aren't, then there's no asterisk. If you shop through them, I appreciate it. It does go towards picking up makeup for this channel, but otherwise it's no big deal at all. I'm just truly happy that you're here to talk makeup with me, watch my content, comment, so that we can have a discourse back and forth, because I do try my absolute best to sit down every so often to quite literally comment back to every comment that I get. I just feel like that's a way for me to kind of have a general conversation with each individual person outside of, you know, the videos that I upload and all of the other types of content that I try to put onto my various platforms so that we can have, you know, a conversation back and forth. So I think I've rambled on enough. Let's get to it. Alrighty, so I have scooted over and now it is time to talk makeup. There have been so many I don't even want to say controversial releases, but releases that I have some opinions on. And for me, I feel like let's just knock the big baby out, because this has been something that I feel like, at least in the indie community, so many people have talked about, and I have yet to see somebody that is a person of color reference this collection. And I feel like it really needs to be referenced by a person of color. So this is the Caladios Alma Viva collection. And if you did not know, I have quite a bit of Caladios, ranging from their collaborations all the way to the quads. I've pretty much been purchasing from them since right after their Deep Sea Luster palette went discontinued. And even then I still heard about the brand, but at the time I didn't want to, you know, pull the trigger on purchasing from yet another new brand that I hadn't heard very many people talk about other than one YouTuber. Long discussion aside though, this collection has been extremely controversial, not for a lack of reason in my opinion. Let's start off with the eyeshadow quads, because I feel like that is the most important thing in a lot of collections for a lot of indie purchasers, indie makeup lover purchasers. That makes sense. Okay, so for the two quads, there is one that is leaning more gray toned and another one that has like more gray toned purples involved. In the more completely gray toned quad, I believe has some browns involved as well. Long story short, these are very similar to previous quads that they have released. Not the exact same, but they are extremely similar. And so a lot of people felt some type of way because of that. For me, I don't really care about that because I understand them padding out their range for eyeshadows that are literally meant for neutral lovers, because previous to them doing these quads, other than one of the quints that they were doing, a little while ago, they really didn't have any neutrals in their collection. So I am unbothered by this. I just know that personally I'm not going to be picking it up. I have 2 quads from them, I do believe, the Cold Brew and I think the more neutral of the 2 purple quads that came out in the same collection. So I'm easily going to pass on that, and my wallet is very thankful. Another thing that my wallet is thankful for, but I will now kind of take a step back personally when it comes to the brand because of this, is the blushes. And I know that's been a very controversial topic for a lot of people, and a lot of people who are of lighter complexions, mainly fair, have voiced that their previous blushes were just too pigmented or too bold for their complexion and they didn't want it, or the concept of doing the under lash technique with powder is very popular in China. And if you did not know, Caladios is, at least at one point, they were dual owned by somebody that was in China and somebody who was from the US. I don't remember the location of the person in the US, but at one point they kind of had 2 heads from those 2 areas. And so, both, once again, very logical explanation. It makes sense from, an owner's perspective. And then also because they have consumers in that market. Completely understandable. My issue with that particular release, or this particular section of this release, is the fact that this is now 4 more blushes that I cannot try. And if we look at the whole collection, and I'll try my best to get a screenshot from their website for their whole blush collection, there is literally only 1 blush that they created with darker skin in mind, and it is a dark red rustic color. For me, that is disheartening as a extremely loyal customer. It's disheartening. Granted, the brand doesn't owe me anything. They don't know me, so whatever, it's fine. But I don't like that tone of red. For me, it's just not my particular preference. And even the couple of blushes that I picked up lately that are in a similar color family to that, they have been cream. And there's a reason that I pick up a cream over a matte in this type of coloring. So that has been disappointing. Now, I did previously pick up a lighter toned, like the more peachy blush, because I prefer a peachy blush, something orangey, somewhere in that family. I love them. Previously, that was like my bread and butter. I picked that up and it really didn't show up. It showed up very, very white based on my skin. You could see it in the video. I recently actually went back to watch the video to see, like, am I remembering things differently? Is that really a stronger blush on my skin tone? And don't get me wrong, yes, I can use that blush with a combination of my cream blushes. And yes, I don't have to buy everything that this brand releases. But my thought process when it comes to this release is that if the brand is going to continue to be available for both the Asian markets and Western markets, they need to ensure that they have the color range and accessibility for both of those markets, let alone a point that I believe Angelica Niequist brought up, which I think is very valid. Imagine a PR box being sent to you if you are my skin tone or deeper because you're on the brand's PR list and you can't use any of those blushes. To me, that's disheartening. And as a lot of YouTubers have done, I wouldn't even show that part of the collection, let alone, choose to only show bits and pieces. So yeah, I'm saddened by this section of this collection. I know a lot of people were previously already side-eyeing Caladios because of their lack of diversity when it comes to their PR list. And I feel like this is just another notch in the proverbial bubble that is pushing me to potentially not purchase from the brand for a little bit. it's fine, and it's sad, but I think that's where I'm heading right now. I'm just not liking the personal direction that I'm seeing from the brand in how they're supporting people of color. I don't like the direction, if we're being honest. I was able to sidestep it before because I started to see people of a darker complexion getting PR, but now I'm seeing this, and it's just continuing to voice in my head that you don't support darker purchasers and influencers and all of that. Like, not even the influencers, because like I said, I saw a couple of influencers that were darker skin getting PR from the brand, but they're not supporting or providing products that their darker purchasers can even use or aspire to use. So yeah, there is that. There is one more part of this collection really quickly, and then we will move on, and that is the lip glosses. I've heard basically everybody say this is the bread and butter. This is the part of the collection that you should really try to get, and that they wished that that was the only part of the collection that was released, which is very interesting to hear. I also heard from Lauren May Beauty that the glosses are very similar to the Rowan liquid lip balms, and I actually have one. I picked one up, I think last year, during a period where BoxyCharm actually allowed non subscribers to make a purchase, and I have it. I actually tried it on last night because I wanted to remember how I felt about that particular lip balm. I think it's fine, and so for that reason, once again, I'm just going to go ahead and pass on this whole collection. I have no ill will towards the brand. I just think that the brand and I personally are not seeing eye to eye, so I'm just going to step back as somebody who is officially reviewing that brand, and you know, we'll see what happens. I stepped back from quite a few brands before, and they've come back into my circle, such as Juvia's Place. I was so excited to talk about stuff I did not tell y'all. We'll talk about it at the end. But I've recently been purchasing a lot more from Juvia's Place and so many other brands. So I'm not saying I will never review this brand, but I'm just extremely, honestly disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed. And, you know, it's not going to be a bad thing. I'm trying to spend less money. So this will definitely help me, because this is definitely one of my favorite brands that I pretty much automatically purchase something from each collection, if not the whole collection. So yeah, I'm going to be passing. I would love to hear your opinions down below. And yeah, keep it friendly, keep it civil. Let's keep moving. So next we have Notoriously Morbid, and they are starting me off with the Fall Vibes. So this one is their Gold Dust Women 9-pan. I think this is a very, very pretty 9-pan. You have some subtler kind of green tones with those rustic brown and orange tones. I really think this is a beautiful palette. Is this something that would be unique for me personally in my collection? No. So I'm personally going to pass. I've also never... Have I tried Notoriously Morbid? I think I actually tried them years ago, like so many years ago. So I couldn't tell you, at least then I did not appreciate the formula, but my skill level and my attention to detail on like a good or bad actual formula is completely different nowadays. So I don't know how good or bad this formula is, but I'm going to personally pass. It's not going to add any value. And because it's not a brand that I kind of officially or unofficially review, I'm going to go ahead and skip. Something that I was going to plan to skip, but I've seen quite a few reviews that are definitely having me consider picking this up eventually, is the Tower 28 Serum Concealer. I have seen quite a few people that I believe have gotten an NPR showcase this. So this is going to be $22. It's available in 20 shades. It has medium buildable coverage. It's supposed to give a natural finish, and it's supposed to instantly cover dark circles, redness, and blemishes. I saw two YouTubers showcase this recently. I saw Morgan Turner and Lauren May Beauty. The way that Morgan Turner applied it, where she only applied it under her eye, and it blended in so well to her skin tone to the point where it didn't even look like she had concealer on. I was very, very intrigued. Like, I am extremely intrigued by that. And also, like I said, I saw Lauren May Beauty upload a video, I think literally last night, when the time that I'm filming this, and it looked like it was very skin-like as well. So I'm actually really interested in this. I'm telling myself that I have so many beautiful formulas though. So what I'm going to do is continue to use the formulas I have, plan to get the one concealer next month, but this could be something that I easily picked up during the Sephora semi-annual sale, because they don't call it the VIP sale anymore. I could definitely see me picking this up then, or even during like the Christmas seasonal time where Tower 28 is going to have a nice little sale on their website. So definitely let me know if you would like to see me review this, because that will definitely kind of come into factor with when I pick it up, especially if like Tower 28 has a sale sooner rather than later. Let your girl know. There are so many concealers and products coming out that is very, very helpful for me to hear you guys' opinion. Something that I'm keen to pick up is from Adept Cosmetics. This is their Sumerian Sunset palette, which is inspired by Star Trek. Okay. I love Star Trek. I love it so much. So anyways, this is the palette. It's a 15-pan palette. It has mattes and multi-chromes, and they don't know the official launch date, but we do know it's coming in the fall of this year. And I'm sure that it's going to be equivalent to their previous 15-pan palette, which was somewhere around, I want to say, $125. I do know that that previous palette went on a decent sale, like I want to say 30% off a couple of months after it released. I don't know if that was because it wasn't doing well, or if it was just for a holiday and they just wanted to provide a sale for their constituency. I did not end up picking that one up just because the color scheme really just wasn't not calling to me, but I am keen to pick this one up. Yes, it is something that I have in my collection 10 times over, but Adept is one of those brands for me that I am willing and comfortable to pick up duplicate shades from other brands that I have in my collection, because this is a favorite formula, to the point where I'm already starting to think about the palettes that are going to be decluttered this year. And I have a feeling this year it's going to be a massive declutter, or at least massive for me, because I have seen, you know, what I want to pick up and what I want to wear. And there are just certain formulas that I don't care to use anymore. So long story short, this is definitely going to be something that I pick up. I just need to know how much so that I can try to save for it before I pick her up. Something that I think is really, really cute came out from Blend Bunny Cosmetics recently, and this is their Forget Me Not 16 large pan versatile eye and face palette. I believe I showed this picture last week, but I hadn't seen it when I sat down to talk to you guys. And I kind of was right. I kept saying that maybe it was like a powder that you can use for multiple things. And this is, but this is just a palette of powders that you can use for multiple things. I think this is smart. It works with the brand's aesthetic, where they have that kind of color range and theme going on. I like it. I do. Is this something that I need? No, I just don't need it. I love me some bronzers. I love me some brushes, and the Blend Bunny brushes are actually really, really nice. I could definitely see me getting a second set. I really do like those. Well, the original brushes. I haven't tried, obviously, this new set. But the palette, there's just too many cool tone browns. I'm not going to get any use out of those. And, you know, it's just not something that I need. So I'm personally going to pass, but I'm sure the quality of this palette is going to be great. And it is $44 for the brush, or it's $44 for the palette and $34 for the brushes. So there is another collaboration afoot, and this is from Beauty Creations and Taurus Beauty. This is their second round in their collaboration, where they have an eyeshadow palette, sponges, a cream eyeshadow set, a face palette, a lip set, and a full PR bundle. The post that I posted is very kind of pixelated. It's not like the nice kind of open view of the collection. So I'm going to have to take some time to swatch through. The face palette, I won't be able to get use out of all of those shades, if any, so easy pass there. The lip set, not the types of shades that I'm really gravitating towards right now, so easy pass. Although the bullet lipstick and I guess lip liner for that, it doesn't look half bad. The liquid eyeshadows, or the cream shadows, some of the colors look nice, but I think I'm good. The eyeshadow palette, though, I actually think it's quite nice. Is it something that I need? No, but if you want an eyeshadow palette with all of those colors, it's only $27. I think that is nice. I really do. Personally, I'm gonna pass. I don't unfortunately know this creator by seeing them, but I do try to take some time after doing these videos to check out the creators that I talk about. I literally just started following Khaki because of her collaboration, and I really want to get those blushes. I know I tried to talk myself out of them last week. I don't think I was successful. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be picking them up. Something that has nothing to do with makeup, but I don't know. I drink coffee now, so why not? Is the fact that Dunkin' Donuts is coming out with spiced coffee and iced tea. I think this is really cool. I definitely want to go ahead and try one or both of them. Definitely let me know down below if you are a coffee drinker, a tea drinker, if you drink alcohol, if you're legal, all of that stuff. I would love to know what your favorites are. But yeah, I definitely would love to try one of each. Although for the coffee, I would need to know if there's any milk in that product, because that's going to be a no for me then. So NARS is coming out with some new lip products, and these are their lip pencils, long lasting, $30. This is a very, very classic product for the brand. I don't know if this is a new and improved formulation, but this is a classic product overall. I had one of these at the very beginning of my makeup journey. I think this is fine. I like the color range. I think they have a nice amount of nudes, a nice amount of kind of subtler, dark, subtler, bright colors. I like it. Is there anything that I need? No. I am not in love with this type of application and product. I tend to reach for just a straight up bullet or straight up kind of doe foot, this type of thing. I feel like I need to actually be in front of a mirror, and I need to actually just be very delicate and precise. If you guys see any of my tutorials, a lot of the times you see me slapping makeup on, sometimes forgetting to blend. That's me. That's me in a me in a nutshell. So being precise, taking my time, absolutely not. So this is going to personally be a pass for me, but I would love to hear if you are interested. So Huda Beauty is coming out with quite a few new products in the glowish range. And in this photo, I can only see the quads. I feel like she's also coming out. I've seen pictures of the like glossy lipsticks that can apply, and some of them are like pH and others aren't. So for the quads, I think they're cute. They're fine. I know a lot of people have already said that they're going to pick them up to review them, and I will look forward to seeing the reviews. But for me, I don't need to pick any of these up. There's nothing extremely exciting for me out of any of these quads. As for the lip products, I do enjoy that type of product and the application of it, and just the, you know, the feel of it on my lips long term throughout the day, in a purse, whatever. So I could see me maybe picking that up like during the Huda Beauty end of the year sale. I tend to go in on their sales at the end of every year. I have like 2 or 3 perfumes already on my list that I have finished my travel size, and I am ready for the big daddies. So I definitely will already be on the website. I could definitely see me going ahead and throwing one of these lip products in my cart as well. But as for the quads, I'm easily going to pass. Another perfume-ish product I want to talk about is coming out from Coach, and this is their Love Eau de Parfum. So this has notes of strawberries, red velvet rose, and cedar. I have my Burberry Her for my strawberry scents, along with like some other perfumes that have more subtler versions. But my Burberry Her, y'all, I love that perfume. I get complimented on that perfume pretty much every time I wear it, whether it's family members or friends or whatever. That is a favorite of mine. Literally, my old coworker, every time I wore that perfume, she complimented me. Every time. So although I'm interested in this, I already have a favorite, and I'm nowhere near, you know, getting a dent in that. I do enjoy picking up perfumes here and there, and I actually did just recently pick up I've never had a Coach perfume. No, I had a perfume that I finished that is a similar bottle. Anyways, I think this is cute. I like the aesthetic. I like the vibe. I think this will be really nice going into the warmer months. I'm sure it's going to warm up on the skin and really project that strawberry along with that rose. And of course, the cedar wood is going to be really good to like center the perfume and ground it during those fall and winter months. I'm personally going to pass though. Some more stuff coming from Trixie Cosmetics, and these are 3 different sprays where we have the first base priming spray, the all the way setting spray, and the ninth inning shimmery spray. I think these are all nice. There's a place and a time for them all. For me, I don't really need another setting spray. I find that I have like very bad luck when it comes to setting sprays personally. There are not very many that I love, and I feel I just don't need to buy another different product. I am constantly trying to find my like holy grail setting spray, and I don't know, just something about these just doesn't scream that they would be it. None of them are really talking about being mattifying or anything like that, although maybe the setting spray is. It says it's a luminous natural finish. So yeah, that's definitely not what I want for my setting spray. For my foundation and stuff like that, yes, but for my setting spray, I want sis to help me hold her in. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on this. Another concealer that I had initially said no, but now I'm not sure if it would not be, wait, I initially said no to picking this up personally, but if it's helpful to you guys, let me know. Let me know. So this is the By Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer, and it comes available in 22 shades. It is $29, which is very affordable, and it is currently available now. If you guys did not know, I am currently panning one of the 2 By Mario foundations that I picked up. This is the one that's in 25W, and I have another shade in 24N. So I have a lot of experience with these foundations. I've already done a review showcasing both products on my face at the same time, and then also like full wear tests with them separately. Like I said, I'm currently panning this one, and I'm already starting to see a little gapping at the top, which I love to see. That means that I'm using my products, which is always nice. But let me know if you would like to see how this product wears on me, especially if like whatever I said in my review was helpful to you guys for the foundation and you think my review would be helpful for the concealer. At the end of the day, I try to do reviews on products that I think is going to be helpful for you guys, to let you know what to spend your money on and whatnot. And there's that gentle balance for me as such a small creator, where I have to, not overspend, but, use my money wisely. And so there is a little wiggle room where I could definitely pick this concealer up. I feel like this concealer would maybe be more, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a poll on my community tab. I will make that poll available tonight at midnight. So Monday, when you're watching this, if you're watching this at the time of the video, head over to my community tab, because I will have the post showcasing this Makeup by Mario concealer, the House Labs concealer, and the Tower 28 concealer. And then I'll say other, so that if there's another concealer that you would really like to hear my opinions on, you guys can write that in. And I want you to go ahead and vote which concealer you want. Honestly, the House Labs is already going to be picked. Like, it's a done deal for me, because I really want to get that one. But I would love to hear your opinions between the other two, because I'm kind of like teetering on maybe it could be helpful to you guys. And like I said, I do want to be helpful to you guys while being conscious of what I can spend. And do know that even if something makes it, if I don't have the money, I'm not going to spend it. I'm trying to really do good. So don't worry about that. Just go ahead and vote what you feel is the product that you would love to see the opinions on the most. The amount of control that I had when I saw this collection, I'm doing so much better than I have done in the past. So this is Hollow Taco's fall collection, which is down to earth. If you know me, at this point, my life is earth tones. It is literally earth tones. And so this collection, I want pretty much all of these nail polishes. The like lime green, yes. The poopy brown mustard, absolutely. And the shimmery topper, come the daddy. Okay, those three are automatic. The other three I could live or die, I could live without, you know, or the other three. The other four I could live without. I do like the undertone of that purple though, and that would be very unique for me. And Hollow Taco does have one of my favorite formulas. Their creams are great. Great. So I would love to pick these up. They're $13 each for the multi-chrome coats, or if you get a cream, it's $12. You can also get the bundle for $78. I really want this. I'm not gonna hold you up at all. So I'm gonna try to hold it in because there's only so much I can buy at one time, but this could definitely be something that I pick up later on. And I've been doing really good at literally using my nail polishes, especially now. What I have is I got these tips from Amazon. I just apply them and then I paint over with my nail polish, and my tips, between the actual tips and the glue, they last for 2 weeks. Then I soak them off and I give my hands about a day off, and then I go ahead and apply another set, and I'm good to go. So let me know if you would like to see how those sets are applied and all of that. I thought about filming it, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what you guys are interested, especially in short form. So let me know if that would be something you're interested in short form. Sigma is coming out with a whole bunch of quads. They're already available and they're very, very basic, very, very neutral, which coming from me, I love that, but there's nothing intriguing, nothing unique. I'm gonna pass. Urban Decay is coming out with the Naked Metal Mania palette. I think that, Urban Decay is always going to be Urban Decay, especially when it comes to this naked range. They won't let it go, which, be great, but I don't really understand what Metal Mania is. I have like one or two metal songs on my iPad and iPod, and yeah, that's about that. So I'm not the genre, I'm not the audience. I'm not the genre. I'm not the audience for this palette. And so for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and skip. I also just don't love the color scheme either. Holiday from Lancome is a collaboration with the Louvre. I think the packaging is extremely unique and could be easily like something that is collected. Obviously, or hopefully the actual product is used, and then maybe like the bullet is kept just for like, collector's mentality or whatever, but nothing that I'm going to be picking up because I'm just not honestly interested. Nakia Joy Cosmetics is coming out with a new color in their powder, and this is the Velvet Brightening Powder. I'm actually really excited for the brand. I feel like she's been slowly adding to the range, and I've wanted to try from this brand since I was constantly, and I mean avidly, watching her channel. I don't avidly watch her channel anymore. I think it was just I subscribed on a different account than what I watch right now on, but I had no problems with her. I really like the concept of her products, and especially because she's from Australia. If the products work on her skin in Australia and she's oily skin, I feel like they can easily work on me. So I really, really want to try her brand. I just haven't gotten around to it, but I think that's going to be a priority for me next year. So a very controversial release coming here from Natasha Denona. This has been leaked on Reddit for I don't even know how long. People have been talking about it, and some people, influencer wise, have gotten message to take it down, and it's been a whole thing. But I'm just gonna say, the palette's cute. It's cute. To me, it does remind me of the glam. I understand that for a lot of people who are cooler undertone or just like cool tones, this is the perfect palette for them because it's actually cool, whereas the glam palette isn't cool enough for them. To me, the glam palette still looks extremely cool, so I'm not going to even touch that. But, I like that there is a variety and there's difference for people who will have different preferences, and I'm going to leave it at that. Patrick Ta is showcasing that he's coming out with a new palette. In this one, it has cool and warm tones in both the cream and matte formula all in one. There's absolutely no shimmers in this palette, and this is going to be $70. It's going to be available September 1st. I think I'm going to pass. I do enjoy a good matte formula, okay? And I do enjoy Patrick Ta's formula. I just don't need this. To me, at least via picture, it looks very similar to the palette that I already have. So personally, I am going to skip. It looks like Rim Beauty is coming out with a new foundation product. This is their Sweetener Foundation, which is clinically proven skincare color hybrid that hydrates skin and instantly over time is buildable. Coverage 60 shades, $35 each, and is coming soon to Ulta. I can see me throwing this in a cart where I spend my points because I have a stupid amount of points at this point. So yeah, this could be definitely something I pick up. I know I said I need to slow down on foundations, but you know, win in points at Ulta. Things happen. Moira is coming out with a Sculpt and Glow Duo Stick. And I have to admit, this really had me questioning why I've not picked up from Moira. So there's one duo in the shade I See You that has like a yellow based undertone. And they have like a bronzy-ish. I could see me picking this up. I know that I in the past have steered away from trying this brand because it felt like they were just constantly releasing stuff worse than like ColourPop. But I don't know. I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued? Would you like to see a full face from Moira? I could see me honestly doing it because I feel like they release enough that there's always going to be something new, and I've never tried the brand. Let me know. Let your girl know. Something that I don't understand. I was very confused. Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics has launched a glazed luminizer, which is supposed to give you a high shine balm that melts into your skin. They're available in 5 shades and they launch on August 24th. I am confused because I haven't watched the video because I don't follow her, and I just don't want to bring those vibes into my spirit. But she said she was closing her brands. Now, sometimes you do close the brand, but you still have stuff that's in production and you've already created it, so why not release it? But I don't understand. And honestly, I don't really care to understand. For me, I think I'm gonna pass. If somebody reviews the products, then maybe, especially if it's a creator that I follow, sure, why not? But I don't find the appeal with continuing to support this brand owner. I have a couple of things from her, and I will say some of the stuff, I have no problems with the stuff, but none of them are fantastic. And I think at this point, I'm good with not only watching her content, because I honestly have never really watched her content, but I also think I'm going to stay away from even supporting her brands. I think it's time for me to full stop on that one. Youthforia is coming out with a skin tint serum foundation. So this is for $48. This is a weightless medium coverage, formulated and packed with skincare, all of this stuff. It's supposed to give you a glass skin finish. It's supposed to control your sebum, and it's supposed to be long lasting. It's in 16 shades. I really want to try this now. I do. I do. I need to see if these are available in my actual physical store near me. This is another Ulta product. I've literally seen this and I've eyed it, but I was like, I don't really know about this product. I feel like this was also available at the 10 times the point, but I didn't know about the product, so I didn't want to touch it. But if I'm already going to be buying, what was the other thing I was buying at Ulta? The other foundation. We might just be having a foundation week for me. It's been years since I've done that, but there might need to be a foundation week because there's so many different things. And what I was thinking about when I was kind of shopping through and looking at what I have in my collection, I don't have any legitimate skin tints. I have products that are in tube packaging, but those are foundations. There are no skin tints. So if you see some skin tints come into my life after, the summer season when a lot of people wear skin tints, I want no judgment. None, because I'm most likely going to be using points or gift cards to get them because I'm not allowed to buy any. If I bring them in, that's another story. So Ulta is already revealed that their 21 Days of Beauty starts on August 27th and it ends September 16th. I will be doing a whole kit and caboodle on this. I actually want to do a blog post on this as well. I'm sorry if you guys have been waiting for a new blog post. Life's been a bit busy, but I do want to continue obviously posting there. So do still wait for me. But yeah, I need to talk about this. So I will get to it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a legit video or if it's going to be short, but there will be some content from me on the 21 Days of Beauty. So Danessa Myricks has released a defining neutrals palette that is for the eyes, the brows, the face, and the lips. I am actually very concerned about the lip products. Like what? Let me see. So there's one palette with 2 velvety pomades, Shape and Fix, and 10 coordinated colors. Aren't the Shape and Fix the cream product? Yeah, she literally has creams. Yeah, this is not going to be for me. I don't like the concept of having all of those in a palette for me because I'm not going to finish them before the creams dry out. So I'm going to skip on this. A collaboration between Dose of Colors and Trevor, which I'm happy to see Dose of Colors getting back out there. I feel like they were very, very quiet this whole year. So they have an eyeshadow palette, lip gloss, a liquid lipstick, and then of course the full collection is going to be available for $112. I think that this is cute, not something that I need. I don't have a lot of Dose of Color stuff. I bought quite a few at the beginning of my makeup journey, those like 5 pans that they had that like had coordinated color schemes, but I think I'm going to skip. The one palette that I really, really want to pick up is that Adept palette. Givenchy is coming out with quite a bit for the holidays. They have an eyeshadow palette, some color correctors, some lipsticks, and a new powder. I hear a lot of really good things about this concealer range. Maybe I'll add that to my community post survey because I hear a lot of really good things about that product and I'd be interested. The lipsticks, they look cute, but you know, nothing that I absolutely need personally. I think we're getting to it. So we have 2 more posts that I want to talk about and then we are done. Let's end with the bang. So let's start off with this one. And this is Lancome has 2 kind of 5 pans that they have released. One that's more purple tone, one that's more cool brown tone, but they're both neutral in the grand scheme of things. There are anything that I want to pick up. Easy pass for me. I don't see anything that's like revolutionary or very exciting about these products. As for all of the Unearthly Cosmetics launches, they have been showcasing quite a bit of products and I don't know, did I talk about these last week? I honestly can't remember, but in the event that I didn't, they have the Fall Magic palette, the Sorcerer's Smoke palette. They've now showcased the eyeshadow palette that is coming out in the Halloween collection, and I think that they all are very, very pretty and very interesting, but for me, I'm just gonna ultimately pass. It's just none of those color schemes are bringing all that much. They're bringing something, but the combination of not, in my opinion, Unearthly not having a very consistent formulation when it comes to their eyeshadow palettes, and then, you know, having similar color schemes, I think personally I'm going to pass, but I definitely look forward to hearing the reviews from all of the creators that get this in PR. And then of course you guys, if you guys comment to let me know how you enjoy the products. But I think I'm gonna pass, at least for right now. So this has been one of, I feel like, my longest must-have gags in quite some time. We're starting to get to the holiday season where we're gonna see a lot of releases picking up. So definitely like, you know, pay attention, budget yourself, look at your collection. What can you use or even combine to create the aesthetic or the vibes of what you see and what you're wishing for? You know, try to do good. I'm trying to do good. Let's try to do good together. And with that said, the last thing that I want to talk about is the fact that I did pick up some stuff from the Ulta 10 times the points sale, and since I forgot to showcase them at the beginning of this video, I will just go ahead and make a short showcasing those products so that you guys can see them. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys again on Wednesday, and yeah, bye guys.